Hello, you beautiful people. Last week, we went to Rishikesh to take a break from the non-stop activity of daily life and from the monotony of the pandemic. I feel like from the last 8 months, I've been seeing the same few faces again and again, been doing the same activities again and again on a loop, and I wanted to break these patterns and re-energize and revitalize myself. So we got into our car, took a friend and drove down to Rishikesh. Rishikesh, one of the most spiritually meaningful places in India and by extrapolation, the world. The yoga capital of the world. The vibes and energy of this place are a class apart. So serene, so peaceful, yet so full of invigorating energy. I had driven for a full 6 hours without a stop to reach Rishikesh, and as you can expect, I was quite tired by the time we reached there. But once we reached there, we checked into the hotel and just stepped out, and just walking around for 2 minutes, breathing in the cool night air of this beautiful place just energized me. The place where we were staying, the ashram in which we were staying, I guess could house about 200 people at max capacity, but when we were there, we were the only people there, and it was such a welcome change to be able to just walk around in nature and breathe fresh air, which was turning out to be a problem for those of us living in Delhi like us, because of the pandemic and also because of the recent hazardous air pollution levels in Delhi. Now I do understand that traveling during the pandemic, even if it is for just a weekend retreat, can be very difficult to plan and maybe even impossible to execute because of all the restrictions that we have imposed right now and because of safety concerns. But what worked in our favor was us deciding to drive our own car from home to the ashram. This meant that we did not have to go to any public place, did not have to interact with other people, and we also packed all the food and water that we needed for the journey, again so that we don't have to meet or interact with anyone else. And also, like I said before, the place where we were staying at had only us there at the time, and we also ensured that we had all of our meals on all 4 days in that very place without stepping out, so that again we would minimize how much we were interacting with new people. This trip was not about going out and getting involved in a lot of activity and being in the hustle and bustle of things. This trip was more about slowing down, living life at an easy and simple pace, spending time with ourselves without other people around, and being with Mother Nature. I mean, we were literally sitting in the lap of the Ganges for these 4 days. In this retreat, we're kind of being reminded again of how simple and sweet life is if only you take that moment to be mindful. These 4 days, we would wake up early in the morning, do some yoga, some pranayama, some meditation through the day, eat only simple high prana food, and spend lots of time with ourselves, a lot of self-introspection, and we completely switched our phones off these 4 days. It was a complete digital and screen detox. And I didn't miss my phone for even a minute in the last 4 days. I didn't even think of it. I didn't even realize that, I didn't have my phone with me. No screens, no TVs, no laptops, no computers, no reading a book. We were just being. The idea of this weekend getaway was to slow down. Slowing down is a huge part of the mindfulness process. We go through our life, just jumping from event to event, not just relaxing into the present moment. And that's what the last 4 days were all about. It was about taking a deep breath and relaxing into now, into the present moment. Any activity that we were doing for the last 4 days, I was just doing it one thing at a time. Like while eating, usually, we're on the phone, we're also mixing something, we're chewing, sometimes we're chewing and swallowing at the same time, also drinking water, observing other people, thinking about things in the background. But in the last couple of days, whenever I would eat, I was very conscious that I would just chew and then swallow and then tear off another bite of my roti and then take some dal with it and not look at anyone or not engage mentally in any other activity. And I think that is being at the crux of mindfulness. It's been a couple of days since we've come back, but I'm still in such a Rishikesh hangover. I mean, it was so beautiful. I want to move here. I mean, look at how beautiful this place is. I'm super glad that we got this opportunity to re-energize ourselves, what with the ongoing world situations. The good news is that this doesn't always have to be away from home, especially during the pandemic. You can have yourself a little mindful retreat the coming weekend at your home. Just shut off your phone, make a few changes to your daily routine, wake up early, do a little bit of exercise, do a little bit of conscious eating, add a little walk in the park to the mix, be creative and figure out what is the most that you can make of wherever you are at right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I make 2 new videos on this channel every week. So I will see you very soon. I also make 2 videos every week on my Hindi channel. For those of you who are interested in checking out my Hindi channel, I'll leave the link down below in the description. You can click on that and go from here to there. Also do subscribe and hit the little bell icon beside the subscribe button if you're interested in this kind of content. And leave a comment below. Alright, I'm gonna see you very soon. Until then, you take care, stay safe and be happy. Bye. Nikhil, why do we have to go back today?
Closing remarks to everyone.
Make time for yourself.
And when you make time for yourself, bring me along with you. I would love to come here again.